on Bobcat Insider every week, Coach Mark Smith. Let's get down to it, Coach. Sorry we missed you last week, but it's nice to be able to be back here with you and talk some football. Last week, and I know as a coach, you don't want to put everything into one game, but fans put a lot of importance on things like that. I think those kids, the heart that they showed and the character they showed, and the coaches showed to keep it from completely going off the rails in madness with all the penalties, that says a lot, because we get further behind in the fourth quarter. That's when the naysayers show up, and that's when kids can get demoralized. It can get in the back of their head, and you have Cooper to deal with, and y'all would have had a lot more to deal with to get them ready for that. But they said, no, we're going to hit them in the mouth. We're going to get some stops. We're going to score, and had a chance to win it right down to the end. I know it wasn't a win. A loss is a loss, but it showed the character of this team, and that says a lot going forward. Your thoughts on Friday night?
Well, it's great to be back again.
Yes.
Thank you for everything, and I'm glad you're feeling better over there as well. And it was an amazing second half, really, for a lot of different reasons. And you're right, whenever things aren't going so well and you're staring down, you're down 48-14, and doubt creeps in, fear creeps in, wondering what may happen. But this team is resilient, and I've used that word to describe this team from the beginning of the season. And there wasn't one bit of fear on that sideline. There wasn't one bit of worry on that sideline. There was a mental disposition that was about, let's take it one play at a time, one series at a time, and here we go. We score. We get a stop. We score again. We get a stop. We score again. And pretty soon they're biting their fingernails off on the other sideline, and we knew that if we just had one more possession, we're going to win the game. And it just came down to, we needed it one more time, and we just made so many mistakes in the first part of that game that was hard to overcome. But we certainly gave it our best and got all the way back in that ball game and kicking an onside kick at the end with a chance to have one more possession to win. Very proud of how the guys fought, never quit, never had a second that I doubted that they would. And that just says a lot about the character of this team, and you can build on that.
Absolutely. Halftime, what was said at halftime?
Well, that'll probably leave that to that locker room.
Were you about to pull your hair out for a while?
Yeah, I did. I was, and I was pretty emphatic with the players in there at halftime, and I was disappointed. And I think that, one thing our team knows about me is I say what I feel, and I'd let them know that I was disappointed in the way that half had played out. And I really challenged them about what to do moving forward. And regardless of what happened in the first half, we got a second half to play. And I told them that this half can be a defining point in this season for our football team, one way or the other. And then I came in the locker room at the end of the game and I said it was. This half was a defining point, and this team will look back at that moment at halftime in Amarillo at Dick Bivens Stadium and say, you know what, that moment right there set the course for the rest of our season. And I believe that.
And one thing that, talking to one of your players, I asked him about what you said the first game, and he said he was more disappointed with us. It was like disappointing your dad. And I went, you know what, then that's a testament to your coaching style and the way you are. So was there anything specifically that you came up and went, hey, last week to get them ready to go, you can do this?
Well, I think that, through preparation creates a lot of confidence. And I believe that we have a confident football team. And right now, some of the things that are limiting us are just, the Bobcats hurting the Bobcats. And, we've got, it's not one area, it's a lot of areas. And if we can just clean some of these areas up, that's a game that you probably win by 3 touchdowns, And, I just love the fight. I love the resiliency in this team. But we've got to make sure that our biggest enemy is ourselves. Right. And that was my message to the team today, is that if we can, just keep from beating ourselves, we've got a really good football team. And that's easier said than done, as you know.
Right.
And it takes a great deal of discipline and a great deal, of everyone understanding their job responsibility and how that, helps the team win. And then moving forward together as a connected group, but it's a collective effort, but it's individually done. Right. So if every person takes their their 20 square feet that they're responsible for and keeps it tidy and clean and free of mistake, then we're going to have a really good football team.
Absolutely. I was thinking, okay, block punt, return for a touchdown, turnovers, penalties. What happens when those things don't happen at all?
Well, you win by 5 touchdowns in that game is what you do. I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah.
And, it's we fumbled gave them the ball back on a kickoff return down there, and that kind of created some momentum swing back to them. The block punt for a touchdown. We had a few turnovers on offense, and then, the series of penalties at the end of the half that allowed them to come and kick off from the 30-yard line and kick an onside kick. When you defer and win the toss and defer to take the ball in the second half, you're thinking, well, okay, we're going to gain a possession this way. And instead, we started both halves playing defense. And, it's hard to overcome that. When you think about all of this that happened, and then the game was a 3-point game, it's frustrating.
It is.
As a coach. But all of the things that we've discussed are correctable. They're fixable. They will get cleaned up. And then you will start seeing this team just running in the other direction. And I'm happy to see it soon.
It was like cabin depressurization. You get up, everything's good, then
That's right.
for a while, then back up, a roller coaster of emotions. Players that impressed you, of course, Squeaky English, we're going to talk to him coming up shortly here on Bobcats Insider, but there were some guys, I like Squeaky to Jimmy.
I know. I really thought our quarterback, our wide receivers played really well in this game. I think, I know we're going to hear from Christian here in a minute and Coach Wes Cope, our offensive coordinator. I was really pleased with the way they played, in particular in a game where we didn't run the ball as well as we did the week before, but we stayed committed to running the ball. I thought Coach Cope did a great job of that kind of balance, and then, knowing that, hey, we weren't running the ball as well, and he's very creative and understands what the defense is doing, and we got the ball onto the perimeter, got it into some of our playmakers' hands, and they take the ball and run, get them in open space and let them go. And Christian did a great job of distributing the football, running when he had the opportunity to run, and we really had them on their heels the entire second half, and our defense, settled down and played really well, in the second half. About the last 20 minutes of the game, it was really, really good, defensive, fundamental, sound, guys in the right position. I think it's, defensively, about 6 quarters of kind of trying to feel ourselves out, and now we've played 2 really good quarters back-to-back of defense, kind of put together a great complimentary game this week. That's what we're looking forward to.
You want to talk a few individuals on the defense? Sometimes I don't think we give the defensive guys enough love.
I think that our defense, in my opinion, it kind of, begins and ends with Mason Van Sickle. He's been kind of the rock of that unit.
15 tackles.
Yeah, the guy's not only is he a tremendous player, but he's got a bad case of the want-tos, like I like to say. And he's really, somebody that that defense looks to him, and we go as he goes. And he's a guy that you want leading as a coach whenever you're in that position, and one of your best players is one of your best leaders. It really creates a great atmosphere on that side of the ball. And, they've had some ups and downs, and we're on our way with more ups and ups and ups. And with a guy like Mason leading them, I'm excited about that.
Well, there was one play where we noticed that he just came like a missile, just completely. And I went, where did he come from? It was a great play, great tackles, and it's good to see. And he's a junior?
He's a junior.
He's a junior, so you're going to have that intensity next year.
I know. He's done a great job, and Coach Martin's done a great job developing him, kind of in a relatively new position for him this year from what he played a year ago. That's not an easy thing to do, but he's got a real knack for it. Is a great coachable kid, and again, bad case of the want-tos. That always helps.
Oh, sure does. Sure does.
I wanted to say Jaden Torres-Jackson had 4 tackles. We got his name wrong a few times last week, and we apologize to him and his family. I want to make sure that he gets his due. Zayden Norton had 5 tackles. Jacob Jackson with 7. I mean, it's really started picking up in the fourth quarter, though. It doesn't have a sack here. We got a sack, didn't we?
Well, we definitely need to create more pressure, that way. That's been challenging, but the way that a lot of people play offense now, they max protect and they throw a lot of quick games, so it's hard to really see that on a stat sheet come in. But what we do, a good job of is we have guys that affect the quarterback, get him off his spot, get him moving in a different direction than he wants to, affect them in a way where you may not get that sack on the stat sheet, but you know what? You really affected the play in a positive way for the defense.
All right, Darren, we got to do trivia.
Oh, are we doing trivia?
Yep.
All right.
Let's
do it then.
Go ahead.
Who
Who leads the all-time series between the Bobcats and Abilene Cooper? And we'll take a break, and we will come right back and discuss that.
You're watching
That's a lot of
Bobcats
games.
Insider live from Shenanigans Sports Bar and Grill, brought to you by Shenanigans and Orangetheory Fitness. We're back after this.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
I promise I won't spike these.
Bobcats Insider is back live from Shenanigans Sports Bar and Grill. Shenanigans and Orangetheory Fitness. Let's raise the roof. Come on. Come on. Let's make some noise. We got the man and the man behind the man. Offensive coordinator Wes Cope is with us. And Squeaky English, quarterback for the Bobcats. He's with us. Let's do trivia. Big brother's up here. Isaiah. The boys in the hood. Here's the question. Who leads the all-time series in football between the Bobcats and Abilene Cooper? Who leads the series as far as most wins?
Central.
Yep. You're right!
Yay!
Congratulations, man. You win a free yacht, which you have to pay the taxes on it and the upkeep. Enjoy that.
He gets a really big check for that.
Oh, yeah. So here's the deal. 27, 22, and 1. Bobcats, that dates back to when Cooper opened in 1961. Abilene High, by the way, I think we're one game ahead of them.
Okay, we got to work on that for next year.
That's
okay.
right.
We'll get on that.
That's where the big country stands.
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, Cooper Cougars.
Yes, sir.
Coach Smith's alma mater, played for Randy Allen, grew up in the shadows of Shotwell Stadium. They gave Abilene fits. They're good.
Yes,
they
sir.
always play tough in that game. Tell us a little bit about them and tell us a little bit about our offense and some things you've done, things you've changed, things you're happy about, things you're not happy about.
Well, I can tell you this. It's going to be an honor. To play Coach Roan and his staff. They did a fantastic job at Central, and they got defensively. They have 3 guys coming back that are all very recruitable players. Jeremiah Appel, Dacia Davis, and Esteban Lozano all play on the front. They're very active. They're very strong. Devin Garcia and Xavier Alexander, who actually plays both ways for those guys. A lot of those guys have started for 2 years already. This is their 3rd year to start. So, we're going to have to be prepared for a lot of things. Against Azle in their first game, they kind of played one way, and we all know what that game means to Abilene High and Cooper when they get together the second week of the season every year. So they got after each other pretty hard, and we're going to have to be ready for that again because they believe in defending their home turf, and they do a dang good job of it.
You bet. I have seen them win many a game there, going back to Coach Smith's days. I remember going, actually watching him play. Didn't even know. Squeaky English is with us. What do you think of this guy? How you doing, man? Got your brother answering the trivia, winning prizes, and Squeaky, let's talk about Friday night. You guys showed a lot of character. It could have been really bad. It could have been demoralizing. When everything was going wrong, what were you thinking in your head?
What?
Don't make it worse. Don't make it worse.
I want to help him out right here a little bit because we got over on the sideline and, he had made a wrong decision on a pass, and I told him, I said, look, you just play the game. They get coached well, too. We get coached well, too. I said, anytime something like that happens, blame it on me. I'm the one that called the play. It's my fault. You just play. I can't play anymore. You can. You do your thing. And, man, after that, I think we had, 5 possessions in a row where we scored. And, like Coach Smith said, we needed one more minute, and would have come all the way back. And I was really proud of him Friday night, just the way he acted on the sidelines, reacted on the sidelines, continued to encourage his teammates, and continued, on both sides of the ball. And we keep that going. We got a real shot with this kid. He's a good one.
Absolutely. A leader who keeps his composure. You had to slam the turf moment when you didn't get the touchdown down the sideline, man. You were so close, but that's okay.
Well, tell him the truth. Tell him why you got run down.
I was looking at the Jumbotron.
Oh, you were watching yourself on the
I was trying to time it out when he dove, and I was going to high step, but it was delayed.
So we had to explain to him that on the Jumbotron it's time delayed, and so what he was seeing wasn't actually what was happening, and so that's why he got caught from behind.
Did you get up and go, Coach, why'd you make me look at the Jumbotron? You said it was your fault. Amazing composure. The 2-point conversion, that dive for the pylon was quite impressive. Touchdown passes as well. You have a plethora, so I'm going to use a big boy word, plethora of receivers. Hopefully one of them gets healthy and back with us soon in Colton. But you have some guys that can catch the ball, some guys that can run the ball. And I like the tight end Stribling. I like that look. He's done some good blocks. Yes. Y'all had a Gronk Brady moment, I think, where you had to tell him to go the other side or something. Gronk, other side.
Yes. That's one thing that we've tried to do this year. Very first play of the very first game, we had 2 tight ends, and you ask, what maybe some of the things are a little different. And we've, Kasner was an offensive tackle last year. Christian Lara was an outside receiver, and so we've kind of had to make some guys into tight ends and Jay Clyles, our tight end coach, has done an amazing job of getting those guys and kind of teaching them to play a position that's not only new to them but kind of new to the whole team.
Yeah.
And that's given us some opportunities to get some advantages and, get Jimmy Edwards, who's doing a great job outside, along with Colton Hill. And, Gavin Johnson scored his first high school touchdown the other night. He had his little finish line, head bob as he ran across, and he swore up and down. He didn't do it on purpose, but we all know he did. But with those kids, they've got to come on. Jesse Smith, that's 2 sophomores, and 3 juniors that we're talking about. And our running back core, Elijah Allen, Darius Hewitt, and JP Nebrano. JP's the only senior in that entire group. Mm-hmm. And and so we got some seniors on the offensive line, and they're having to carry us a little bit. Chase Coles played really well.
What about Junior?
Junior Colomafoni is played. I think he may have already played. Coach Garcia, he's already played just about every position on the offensive line. Yeah, and it's been really great because we've got 9 seniors and a junior, right, and a sophomore. I guess it's 8. But all those guys are moving around, playing different spots throughout the course of the game, and they're getting a lot of really good experience. So as we get into district, if somebody gets nicked up, we got a guy ready to go in. And we leaned on them in the first game. Amarillo High came out and said, no, you're not going to lean on them again. So we got outside, and, I appreciate Coach Smith for having a little patience, because there's times when it's not going so good, he don't walk down there and go, hey, you want to make a first down anytime soon? We hadn't had that conversation yet, which is always nice. We just keep working and keep plugging. And I've been really, like I said, I've been really impressed with his composure, because it is different. The verbiage is different. The things we try to attack is a little different than what they did last year and the year before. But he's really bought into it, and he's doing a good job with it.
Don't forget, y'all are learning a new vocabulary and everything, and people are watching you as you learn, and you're learning fast. And squeaky, Christian squeaky English. I always say squeaky. I need to say English more, but family is here, and thing about you, man, you're not a hothead, and you're a leader, but you're not a mouther, and that's good to see, man. So best of luck to y'all. Go get those Cooper Cougars.
Yes, sir.
Let's go whoop them.
We'd love for everybody to show up and, be there and support us, and we're going to do the very best we can against another really good football team. And our schedule is what it is.
It's a flex schedule.
Yes, it is.
It's like we're going to flex.
When the very first time I talked to Coach Smith, I said, hey, who we open the season with? Abilene High. Okay, who's next? Amarillo High. I was like, next? He goes, Cooper. I was like, wait, come on, man. Who made, you give golden opportunities every week right here.
Yeah, homecoming Waco in a few weeks. Yep. When I lived in Waco for 7 years. When I was there, man, they had some showdowns.
Yes.
They went to state, lost
sure
to
did.
Lamarck. That was when Copper's Cove had RG3. Those were some good times. I'm not sure how they are, but that's weeks in advance.
Yes.
Been a while since we beat Cooper. Let's go get her done.
Sounds like a plan.
Coach Cope,
right?
Squeaky English, the family. Everybody, thanks for joining us. We'll do it again next week. Support those Bobcats. Let's go whoop those Cougars. That's it for Bobcats Insider from Shenanigans and Orangetheory. Let's make some noise. Come on out here. It's a big party. Hey! See you next time.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Welcome back to Bobcats Insider, live from Shenanigans. That segment that we did with Squeaky English and Coach Cope, that was the end of that segment, but not the whole show. That's what I was trying to say.
You got the whole restaurant excited.
Sure.
Everybody.
That's right.
We're going to make some noise at this event. It's going to be like a half pep rally and half show. Coach Smith is back with us. You played for Randy Allen. You played for the Cooper Cougars. You grew up in the shadows of Shotwell Stadium. What's it like?
I grew up a stone's throw away from the stadium. I remember, riding my bike up there and looking through the chain link fence and seeing the boys playing. It was a lot of fun, a great community to grow up in and to be involved in. And, my experience there was wonderful, a tremendous amount of respect, for that community and for that school. But, when it comes down to playing them, I don't care about that at all. I'm trying to go beat somebody and go win a game, and I know I got a team that's hungry to do the same thing. But it'll be exciting to look across and see that, and I'll think, okay, yeah, I went to school there, but that'll last about that long, and then it's ready to go play a game.
Well, Coach, I love Texas old lady football fans. Mm-hmm. You probably know a few in Abilene, and there may be some older women, some old school going, well, we love Mark Smith. We're proud of him, but he thinks he's going to come in here to Shotwell and teach us how to play football.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, okay, as a matter of fact.
We're just going to have to show him. I can hear them saying that.
That's the plan, right, Coach?
That is the plan. And God bless those people. They're wonderful people. They're here, all these, West Texas towns and this community. And I love that about, kind of the old Southwest Conference. People care. It matters, and it matters in this community. It matters in that community. And that's what makes this fun. This game has been played a long time, as our first trivia question popped up there and said. And I'm excited to be a part of it on this end.
Absolutely. You, with the Crosstown Showdown they had last week, did y'all have the dinner? That's been going on a while. Didn't y'all have like the luncheon or dinner with both teams every week before the game?
I don't remember that going
really?
on when I was,
was
playing in a part of that. I don't remember.
You don't have dinner with them. What are you talking about? No, you don't sit down with them.
I promise you.
Listen, I wouldn't get caught on that side of town for nothing. Okay.
Bill Hart was there. I'll bet you. We haven't discussed Bill Hart.
If our car run out of gas, I'm not filling it up over there on that side of town.
You're gonna push it back, right? So, Coach, and I'm going to tell you this excitement that you've brought back to us, and that not that it was gone, but it's a new era, new sheriff in town, and it's so infectious, and I think we've said that many times. So where do we go from here? How much more exciting can we get?
Well, you start winning a lot of games, it gets even more exciting. I tell the guy, the fun's in the winning, and that's what I really believe. And, we're having a lot of fun and enjoying each other right now, but, I want to see the reward. The reward is to win, and not to get close to winning, but to win. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that first celebration in the locker room with the team. There's a great deal of investment that's made. There's a great deal of sacrifice that's put in by a lot of people, to do this, from the players to the staff, to the families and the community, and everyone's involved. And, that's what's appealing about being in a place like San Angelo Central, is a community that really cares, and everybody is involved, and it matters to a lot of people. So I want to win not only for our players, but for this community, which deserves a winner.
And that's what's special about Central. The community comes out. Little old ladies that haven't had a kid play in a long time, they will
Listen,
be
I did.
out at the
I
games.
went to the Golden Corral and had the Kiwanis Club luncheon, and there was a lot of those ladies that were there, and they care a lot about this, and they know their football, and they know the history of what's going on here at San Angelo Central, and I'm grateful for that.
A lot of people's self-esteem for the next year is on the shoulders of those kids and on you.
I know. I like that.
Well, and big shoes. You know, you don't realize having been in a winning program, you don't realize how important it is to those people until they see you on the street and go, hey, thank you so much. We appreciate what you're doing. And you're like, all I'm doing is playing football. And I hope that those kids get to experience that. And the youth on your team is incredible. Let's talk about that.
Well, that's a bright spot, and I mentioned that, early on. That was in my evaluation of, taking this job. I knew I loved the location. I loved what San Angelo represents. I know the history and the tradition of football here. But then, the best players on this roster were young players, and so that was super appealing about coming here, and that's certainly been the case. We've got a great group of seniors as well, but there's a deep run of good young players, that are here, not only ones on the varsity now, but in our sub-varsity teams. Our JV's 2-0 at this point in the season and doing well. So, the future looks bright.
Right. All right.
All right, Arlen, do you have any more?
That's it.
Well, are we going to wrap it up for sure this time? I ended the show early. Well,
Take two.
All right.
To do
Coach,
it again.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
And I can't wait till next Monday when everybody's cheering.
I know, me too.
We whooped up on
Me
Cooper,
too.
and it's been a while. So
Yep.
go get them. Imagine what that'd be like, man. You walk, shake hands, think, I can see it.
I can vision it. Yeah.
Let's do it. Thank you so much. We're right on the precipice, big boy word, of not being the team that comes close and almost gets there, but the team that gets
Over
there.
the top. That's right.
Let's do it.
Darren,
Thank you.
Arlen, Shay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks to Orangetheory Fitness and Shenanigans, Coach Mark Smith. Angry Orange. All right. We'll see y'all next week. Chiefs Insider with Coach Hector Rivera is coming up next from Shenanigans. See ya.
All right.